2024 hunting season is off to a start. We're heading up to my antelope unit right now. Just left the house. Had to do a couple things, get some ice and gather up some more supplies and get some of that stuff done. And now we're headed up the mountain and headed to my antelope unit. So, got like about a 2.5 hour drive, 3 hour drive probably to camp. And we're gonna meet Seth up there, and his dad was super kind and helping me out a ton with bringing up his camper. So he got his camper set up. We went up last weekend and got it set up and got some blinds set up. So we're in good shape. He went up there last night and started looking around again and kind of checking on the blinds and stuff. It's been pretty stormy, so yeah, just trying to see what we got going on. It's gonna be an awesome hunt. My first antelope tag, I had 10 points when I drew this tag. Was not expecting to draw a tag at all, an antelope tag anyways, and ended up drawing it. So gonna make the most of it and go kill an antelope. I got 10 days blocked out total for this hunt. I'm hoping it doesn't take that long, but you know, that it's hunting, so you just never know what's in store. But yeah, again, we're meeting Seth up there. He's going to be on his way late this afternoon, and his dad's already up there. Again, I can't thank him enough for bringing up his camper and making it a comfortable deal for me and everybody else. So we will see you guys on my antelope unit here very shortly. See ya. Well, we just got up here a little while ago, got camp situated, and just kind of driving around. Randy's back. I left him on the road for a minute while I came and looked at this buck, and I glassed him up from like 1,000 yards from the road, and he's a way solid buck. I don't think it's the same buck we seen last weekend, but he's a way good buck. Yeah, we're antelope hunting. This is one of the coolest experiences that I'm probably ever going to experience is this antelope hunt. It's going to be pretty miserable sitting in a blind for as long as I might have to, but if anybody knows me, I'm not a blind sitter, but that's kind of what the name of the game is on this hunt. There's just not much cover. There's hardly anything around here to get close to them and to try and pattern them and try and get ahead of them and do what you think they're going to do is just not really conducive to archery. If it was a rifle tag, it's a different story, but yeah. So Archery Antelope 2024. Seth should be rolling into camp pretty soon. I'm going to go pick Randy back up before it gets rained on, and it starts raining real hard. He's only about a mile down the road. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. So keep watching. We got antelope on the brain. It's antelope season. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is opening day. We're set up in the blind. Just got here. It is 4:50. Been here for about 10 minutes already, just getting everything set up and, you know, kind of figuring things out. So yeah, got about an hour until sun comes up. I'm gonna get the rest of my stuff situated here while it's still dark, and We'll see what happens. We got a long day ahead of us. Hopefully not, but got a long day. It literally rained all night last night. So it's super foggy right now, so hopefully that'll break and it'll get hot. See what happens. Stay tuned. Hopefully we'll see some antelope coming into the water here pretty soon. I'll just had our first antelope come by. Looks like he's coming back towards the water now. It's just a little buck, it's not a shooter. He's just standing up on the hill. He might come down to the water. It's just a little buck. Definitely not a shooter. Keeps looking around though. He'll probably be back, but they could see so good. I think he might have seen me in the blind, but I don't know. Doesn't matter, he's not a shooter anyway, so. Alright, well, if we have that happen all day, that'll be fun. Hopefully that big buck comes in. We'll see what happens. Well guys, it's day 2, a little after 10 o'clock. And it is, as you can tell, it is super windy. Haven't had anything come into the water yet. Seth did see a bunch of antelope this morning. Fairly close to here, so hopefully they'll want to get thirsty and come in. But it's been pretty slow this morning again. This wind is just terrible. I mean, it's gusting like 25 miles an hour. Maybe even 30 or something. Like, that's a big gust. It's been gusting like that all morning. So hopefully an antelope comes in the water. Just patiently waiting. Yep. Well, guys, I'm on about 36 hours of blind time and have had not a single antelope come to water in 3 days. Burnt out from sitting for 36 hours. It's been a long couple days, 3 days. Tomorrow is supposed to be hotter and less wind. So hopefully the antelope will be up and moving around. Had a nice buck and a doe over here this morning, but it's been nothing other than that. Randy and Seth seen that buck this morning, and that's why we moved to this blind in the first place, is because they were in the area and figured they might hit it at some point today. But it's been so windy. The wind is finally dying down right now, where it's maybe 10 miles an hour with gusts maybe to 15 or 20. But I mean, that wind has been so brutal today. It's been insane. So we're crossing our fingers and hoping for a way better day tomorrow, and we're gonna kill an antelope. But I'm sticking it out. This is probably the best way to kill one in this unit, because there's literally 0 trees. But yeah, we might break out the decoy here at some point and try something else. Plans might change. I don't know what the plan is. It's so mentally draining. Those of you who sit know exactly what I'm talking about. And some guys can do it all day and do it every day, and they could do it for 40 days straight, sit in a blind for 12 hours. But this is not my style of hunting. Never has been. I'm a glass and run and try and make things happen kind of a guy and make my own luck, and this is not making your own luck. You kind of are at the jeopardy of the animals coming to you. So it can be a very good tactic, but it can also be a very monotonous time. So you guys know what I'm talking about. But we're gonna sign off for the night probably here, unless something happens here in the next 40 minutes. But we will see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, it's day 4. Here we are again. Just doing what we've been doing for the last 3 days. I'm tired. This sitting is pretty mentally draining. It's not easy. So, yeah, here we are. Weather's supposed to be way better today. It's supposed to get warmer and be like 96 or something, 96 or 97. And way less wind, so that's gonna be super nice. We'll check back in a little bit with an antelope coming to water. Oh guys, here we are still on day 4. It's been a pretty slow day since about 9 o'clock. Had that little buck come in, and that's all we've got today. So the other hunter that has this tag, well, one of them, we met on Thursday before opening day. He ended up sitting in a tank about 1.5 miles away from me this morning, and we've been in contact with him, and he had that same buck that came into my tank, because the buck that came in here never drank water. He never got any water, so he ended up leaving. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he smelled me or he just knew something wasn't right, but he ended up going to that other water trough and going down there. So he got his water. I was contemplating taking that buck, just because it's been so brutal sitting here. Probably gonna have to go home for a day and restock on ice and some food and stuff, and come back and then keep going. I have a total of 10 days to get it done, so probably gonna use about 9 of them if I have to. Regardless, I'd have to leave and go get more supplies anyways, so probably I would have to take at least a half a day to go do that, to run into the nearest town here. But we're gonna keep hanging out tonight, and then maybe tomorrow we'll do half a day trying to spot and stalk some bucks and see what happens, and then kind of go from there. So everybody keeps telling me to sit water and they'll come in eventually, but you know, kind of is what it is. We've got some people that have some experience with this particular hunt, and this is kind of an anomaly year. Everybody that's had this tag that they know and themselves have had the tag, they have gone no longer than day 4, which is today, Monday. And here I am, still sitting. So it's pretty brutal. My morale is at a pretty all-time low. So it was cool this morning to have that buck come in, but he just wasn't a shooter. So that's kind of just how hunting goes, you know. We're gonna keep after it. Alright guys, well, we made it back. It is about 24 hours later. It's 1:45, and it's about the time we took off yesterday from here. But yeah, we're back. So we've got a little bit of a different game plan for this deal today, and basically the rest of the hunt. Right now I'm gonna go get my camp set up and get everything unloaded, and I might eat a sandwich or something, and then I'm gonna go out and glass and try and find where these antelope have run off to. Gotta make my own luck. That's kind of my biggest deal right now, is I wasn't having hardly very many opportunities with sitting the waters. So yeah, we're gonna try and spot and stalk a bunch. I think I can get quite a few stalks in a day. If I can get, 2 or 3 stalks in a day, then I think our chances will be much higher. But yeah, stay tuned. we're gonna kill an antelope. So we'll see you guys in a little while. All right, guys. Well, we got camp all set up. Got my tent. Do a little walk around here. Took a little bit longer to get everything set up than I was hoping, but got the big tent, got all my gear set up, my bed. We're ready to rock and roll. Looks like I might be leaning a little bit. Whatever, we'll figure that out later tonight when we get ready to go to bed. But right now we are gonna go glass and try and find some antelope. I'm not sure what time it is. It is 3:15. So we are gonna go look and go see what we can do, and hopefully find one tonight and put a good stalk on it and get it killed. So that's the plan. So we're gonna hop in the truck and go for a cruise. I'm gonna go check out some stuff that I've never been to, and see what we can find. So let's go find some goats. It's killing time, baby. Good morning, everybody. It is the morning of day 7. I just found my big buck again. It wasn't hard. I looked in the same spot that he was last night, and he's just hanging out with his does. We got last night he had a bunch of coyotes kind of pushing him around a little bit. I kind of hope they stay on that ridge where they're at right now for a little while, and I'm gonna jam over there and kind of creep up over to that rim line. And there's a couple bushes and a couple trees kind of that I might be able to sneak into and get a shot at them. So that's kind of my plan right now. They don't look like they're gonna go anywhere for a while, so I might as well do it while I got the chance. So I had a rough morning. The tent decided to collapse, and with the wind it did not want to stay up. So I was frustrated this morning. Got kind of a later start, but it doesn't really matter. These antelope aren't going anywhere, so anyway, I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. The wind blew all night long, and it was extremely obnoxious in that tent, so we'll figure something out. Gotta sleep a little better tonight, but not gonna matter because I'm gonna go kill this antelope right now and be done. So yeah, I think we can make it happen. So let's go do it. Snorting, barking thing, whatever they do. It's kind of like how whitetails will, but yeah. So I'm gonna continue on my stalk, and hopefully those other goats are still in the same spot. So we're gonna hope and pray. We're gonna treat it just as if they were exactly in the same spot until otherwise notified. So this little buck is like 160 yards from me right now, just standing on the top of the ridge. Not quite sure what I am, I don't think. I keep moving around a little bit. There he goes. He's finally taking off. And he's going the opposite direction, so that's good. So, okay. Let's continue on. Okay. Well, that stalk failed again. But I don't think it was because they saw me or anything. They just started running, and yeah, they came running down out of where they were. They were in the exact same spot as where I left them, and then they started running. But I think with them running the way they are, they might be heading to water. So I think I'm gonna go sit the blind. These things are humbling, man. They ran about 2 miles in 5 minutes. So they're cooking. Well, nothing came into the water. Rancher ended up coming through and riding fence, and those antelope that I seen on the fence line that were right there, I thought they might have thought about crossing the road and coming in, but that rancher riding through kind of messed things up. So no animosity to the rancher. He's doing his job. He's got to do what he's got to do, but just kind of unfortunate circumstances. So I bailed out of the blind for now and came back and fixed my tent since it decided it was going to collapse this morning. So I had to like halfway collapse it down so it wouldn't just break and blow away and become unusable. So I got that figured out, and then now I'm gonna go ride some roads and do some recon and kind of see if I can find some other antelope that might be hitting some different water or something, and kind of go from there. So I know there's some other antelope in the area. I just haven't seen them in a few days, so I think they might have moved down, and I'm gonna go run out there and go see what I can see down there. So got a call from a good friend today, Rob, and gave me some words of wisdom and some encouragement. So shout out Rob, thanks for calling. Yeah, we're gonna keep pounding, we're gonna keep hammering after it. So let's go glass and try and find some more goats. We're gonna kill one. Morning, guys. It's day 8 or 9. I'm not really sure anymore. But it's Friday. So I guess day 7? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyways, last night was kind of a rough deal. Had a flat tire, my spare's the wrong size. So luckily, my buck is bedded, or not bedded. I bedded my buck last night in the same spot that he has been the last several nights. So I found him again this morning right off the bat, right from camp. So I'm just walking down the road and then hoping they get down in that little cut and I can move over and try and cut them off and get in there the right way and get them killed. Right now they're kind of up on the side hill, so they can see me. I'm gonna try and get down behind this little bank of rocks and stuff and try and get hidden from them, because they're standing there looking at me right now. So I'm just gonna try and watch them until they do what I need them to do, and then jam in there. So woke up a little late this morning, but that's okay. We're still cruising. Yeah. Alright. We'll catch up with you shortly. Okay, little update. I got the buck and its doe right here. They're about 150 yards. I'm kind of stuck where I'm at.
so I'm concealed. I just hope that they make the wrong move at some point. So, playing the waiting game like we did in the blind, but better. We're gonna see what happens.
Well, I thought it was going to happen there for a minute. I've been posted up, waiting. And he finally started chasing her. Out of nowhere, they just got up and she started running, and he chasing after her and trying to put her in her place. And I thought for sure they were going to circle back down around the end of the little point that I was on. I would have had like a 50 or 70 yard shot had they done what I needed them to do. So, kind of a bummerooski. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back to camp, regroup, try again this afternoon. I mean, it's already 1 o'clock, but we'll keep on keeping on. About all you can do. Yeah, clean miss. I thought I hit him in the neck. Well, we just got done with the evening hunt, and it was a mad scramble. The most unbelievable thing happened that I could have possibly imagined. We
the buck that I was chasing this afternoon, the big buck, he and his doe, we found again, and they were probably 3.5 miles out from us, and they were just walking the same route that they did when I bumped them. And so we're coming, we're sitting there watching them, and all of a sudden they start running, and they're running right towards the metal drinker that I have a blind on. So I told Jake, I said, we need to go. We need to hurry up and jam over there. I want to see if they hit that water. Well, that's exactly what had happened. That buck and that doe, the doe stayed up on the ridge, but we broke some land speed records trying to get over here to watch it all happen. And sure enough, I started getting on a stalk to try and get ahead of him because he kind of started working his way down towards the metal drinker. And I get about halfway there and I look at the metal drinker, and he's standing at the metal drinker drinking out of it, 26 yards from my blind. I really don't know what to say. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling, because all I can do is laugh. It's been quite an adventure up to this point. And I guess the word is humbling, because I have never experienced this amount of difficulty in a hunt, and antelope are no joke. If you have a chance to go hunt antelope with your bow, go and do it. But be aware that it is a very humbling experience. I can't even put into words what happened tonight. It's just unbelievable. So we'll leave it at that. I decided, because tomorrow is Labor Day and I have the day off tomorrow, that I am gonna stay for a half a day tomorrow, and don't know what exactly is gonna transpire yet. I don't know if I'm gonna go sit the blind in the morning. I don't know if we're gonna go and try and locate them and figure out what they're doing. And then if they decide they're gonna go to water, maybe go to water. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I am at a loss for words. That's simply as I can put it. So we'll check in the morning and figure out, we're gonna sleep on it, figure out what we're gonna do. I don't know what to do. Jake doesn't know what to do. They don't even know what to do. They just do whatever they want, whenever they want. And when they decide to do something, it's usually right now. And we have found out that they cover, it took them, what, 20 minutes, not even,
Yeah.
to get from basically a mile, 2 miles away from the blind to get there. So,
You do it like 65 the entire way. Yeah. Insane.
pretty wild. Pretty wild.
hit him. I hit him. I hit him back. I think I hit him in the back leg. He's bleeding bad out of his backside. I just hit the big buck. I just hit him. No. He came right to the decoy. I think I shot him. I hit him far back, but he's bleeding really, really bad out of his back leg. Oh, he's big. He's so big. I gotta watch him. I just gotta let you know. Alright, baby. I love you. Okay. Bye. Guys, we did it. Did it. Everybody told me it'd be impossible to spot and stalk out here, and I just did it. After 60 hours in a blind. Hours in a blind. Multiple stalks that blew, failed. It didn't work out. One botched opportunity, and then this opportunity is at the biggest buck that we've seen in the unit. And it all happened today on the last day with 2 hours to spare for me to do it. I've been crying for 10 minutes. I think he's finally dead. We've been watching him take his last kicks and his last few breaths here, and I'm 20 yards from him right now. Oh man. Oh. I can't believe we did it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this antelope butt. Look at him. Oh my God. That is a freaking hammer. Holy moly. Alright. I'm gonna call Jake, tell him to get down here. Holy cow. I can't even, this is so surreal. Okay. I'm gonna gather myself and we'll start getting him cleaned up and get him all figured out. 2024 Arizona Antelope is dead on the ground, baby. I did it with 2 hours to spare on the last day that I have. I worked so freaking hard, man. Alright. Here we are with our my 2024 Archery Antelope. It's been a story up to this point. It's been a crazy adventure. I can tell you that. I never dreamed it would come down to this day. The last 2 hours that I had to get it done. And here we are, we got it done. It was a 63-yard shot. It wasn't my proudest shot that I've ever made. I think my bow got knocked off because I missed the buck yesterday with the same type of deal where it was just really far left, it felt like. So, who cares? He's on the ground. I hate to kind of, watch him suffer the way he did, but he didn't suffer for very long. He ran about 400 yards and he died in probably about 15 or 20 minutes. He didn't suffer very long. So, here we are. Got it done. Now we gotta get the cape off and get everything taken care of. Get him back to camp, get the meat on ice, and get everything done. I'm so blessed to have this opportunity, and I never thought that it would. I didn't think it was gonna happen, and we made a bonsai run and gave it my last hoorah with 2 hours left, and we got him. Came right into the decoy, and you'll see on the video. It's just so awesome. He's got great mass, awesome cutters. He just curls. He's just real nice, pretty big buck. Couldn't have asked for a better buck on this hunt, and it's just so freaking awesome. So we're gonna get him taken care of and get him back to camp, and that'll do it for me. And then we're gonna head home and see the family and celebrate the harvest. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. 2024 Arizona Antelope in the books. Well, guys, Antelope 2024 is a wrap. I want to give a huge shout out and thanks to Seth and Randy. They came up and helped out a ton. Had a couple of blinds that were theirs, and they graciously set them up for me to sit. And Randy brought his trailer up for the first several days, and I just can't thank them enough for coming up and helping me out. I also want to thank Jake for coming out, and he's part of the whole reason that I ended up killing this buck. But again, I can't thank everybody enough for coming out and helping, and most of all, I gotta thank my wife and my kids for allowing me to come out here for 11 days and living out my dream of hunting and being in the outdoors, and
filming it for you guys. So just a little emotional, but again, I'm so grateful for my family and everybody involved and allowing me to do what I love to do, and everybody that came out to help. So again, guys, thanks for watching. This might be a little bit of a long video, but there's a lot that went into this hunt, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, quite literally. And I'm just so thankful. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.